I love that. As soon as I come on, it says you're alive. Man, at my age, I love seeing that. Seeing that logo that flashes across my YouTube screen saying you're live. Not only alive, this is my second day of being out and running and doing something. Well, actually, I did about 3 miles yesterday. Maybe I can do about 4 or so today. But I want to make sure you hear me first. before I start on my tacky jokes. So if someone let me know that you could hear me, that would be great. Oh yes, oh Zoe Castro. That's nice. You see where I am? I don't know if you could tell, but I'm in front of the white. I can hear. Oh great. Oh, that's so nice. Sound is fine. They have the white. This is the park in front of the White House. So behind the bushes there, behind me, is the White House. I'm afraid I'm going to fall on my ass walking backwards. But they have a big fence. Do you see this fence? It's you can't get closer than this than the White House. I don't know. And in front of me is Black Lives Matter's square or whatever, you know, where it's written on the street, Black Lives Matter. And that's right in front of the White House too. I'm gonna get in the shade, the light's a little better. But that's the White House. I don't know if they're building something or why all this fence is here. It was the whole, what do you call it? The whole park was blocked off for a while, you know, for a couple of weeks, months, or whatever it is. And then they let you go close to the White House, to the street in front of the White House, Pennsylvania Avenue. But now you can't even get that. And I don't know if they're protecting monuments. Let's see, did they lose a monument here? No, the guy on the horse, whoever that is still there. So it is, hi Matthew, you sound great. Oh, Martha, that's nice to say. I feel great, man. I am so fortunate. Number one, that I lived this long. Number two, that I have something that I think is important to do. I just can't wait to get up in the morning to do this, to find stuff that maybe will help people. And that's it. Don't forget, everything I say is a maybe. It may work for you, it may not. And that's what all of life is. And we have to really believe that. And what happens, I think, is we believe those hucksters say, oh, you do these 7 things you do and you become a millionaire, or these 5 things. Man, you can't. Yeah, you can't believe. There may be something to try, but you have to keep trying. What is your plan B? You know, thank you so much for thinking of us and helping us all the time. Yo, man, that's very selfish of me to do it. It feels great. People are so kind to me, and that's my crack. Yeah, I mean, it is great, and I think that's what we're here for, and that's why I don't believe in this retirement nonsense. You know, we all live in a community that we, you know, really should help each other. Whatever the hell you call it, it's fine. But that's what it's all about. If you could do it, you know, what's nice about capitalism, you can help people get paid and, you know, pay your own way that way too. And that's what I like about capitalism. It shows you if the way you want to help something is of value. Oh, that's Andrew Jackson there? Oh, okay, on the horse? Good. I've been in town 40 years or something like that. I couldn't even tell you who the guy on the horse is. I said, we all have our areas of knowledge and interests. You know, king, and I go, wow, I don't want to be king. That sounds like a job. And people say, you should run for office. No, I couldn't. Nobody let me dress like this or or anything. That's why I always had to work for myself. You know, I'd go out and work for somebody for 6 months. And it was like being in jail. And people telling you what to do and everything. Oh, it's dreadful. Bri B, hope you're having a great morning. I really do appreciate it. Well, thank you so much. God, I mean, just to have something to get up every morning and do. That's why I want to help you find anything to do. And that's why, okay, the stimulus check, you know, this is, what morning is this? Tuesday morning. Actually, I got to babysit tonight. It's my son's birthday. They're going out to dinner. So we're going to babysit. And that's sort of fun. The kid's like 8 months old, something like that, 9 months, 10, something. But it's really fun. And but the stimulus, so it's Tuesday, they're supposed to decide by the end of the day if they're going to have, if they agree on something. But that's just the White House and Nancy. Nancy and Don are pretty close to agreement, but then they got to get to the Senate, and nobody knows what that's going to happen. And so I wouldn't count on the stimulus before the first of the year. And so that's why, what is your plan B? And actually, your plan B, no matter if you get the stimulus check anyway, it should be long term. What are you going to do for the rest of your life? You got to contribute. Well, first of all, you got to pay your own way, okay? So you got to find something that you can start paying your own way, and then build on something that you really want to give to the world or the community or whatever, that you could probably figure out how to get paid for too. And that's it. And don't get trapped into somebody promising you $1 million as long as you give them money. Plan B, keep working on my business and work towards retirement. Yes, but actually to me it's how do you take your business to so you don't have to retire. I mean, that's right. Retirement should be, you shouldn't be playing golf. I mean, that's what I thought. That retirement is, I grew up in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and that's what everybody does. They retire at 60 and go to Florida and play golf for 20 years. And that always just confounded the hell out of me. Why? Yeah, you may live till 90. So you want to do 30 years of doing something you're shitty at. How many of us are really good golfers? Sure, it's nice or whatever, but it's not a contribution. So that's why that business or something, maybe you could take that business you have and find out how something related, because you know that thing, that you can do as a nonprofit. Oh, there was something, I think I talked about this a little yesterday. I was talking to my sister today on the phone about how seniors now are helping other seniors. They come in and get paid to cook for them. So they come in and the senior likes the company and they cook 7 meals and put them in the freezer and see you next week. And try to help donating to Keens in New York City. Well, Tara, that's wonderful. Okay, I don't know what you have. Okay, so how do you do that? So you want to help kids. You have a business that somewhat supports you, okay? So start figuring out how you could, oh, you're a teacher, man, so we need more teachers, and now you don't have to even dress up to be a teacher because it's all line. What do you want to teach people? What do you want to say? Look at me. That's what I see myself as a teacher. I'm a professor. I started really right down the road here is a university I taught at 40, 50 years ago, whenever it was, and it was the first urban land-grant college, and I taught computer science. And that is always, teaching, that's what we're all doing to each other. You have a skill, you have other people need it. Maybe you don't need it and you don't think it's important, but somebody else does, that it is important. I don't know how to fix a toilet, right? So I could go on YouTube and try to learn and take a couple hours and then go to get all the tools I need and spend a couple $100 on tools or whatever, or I call somebody who's a plumber, come over, and for $100 you got it done, Otherwise it cost me, a half a day and a couple $100, And that's what we're all doing for each other. And that's why what's now, if you want to be your own plumber, there's platforms you could do that. You could be a handyman and go on like TaskRabbit. This is what I mean about long term. So you put your services on there for free. You don't have to worry about being paid or whatever. And if you remember, let me send you a report we have that shows you about 300 sources or platforms, websites that help you become a business for free. It costs you nothing. And what's neat about the platforms is that they bring in customers. See, like if you want to be a dog walker or you want to rent your room or something like that, that's what Airbnb does. They take a little percentage, made a lot of money using Airbnb when I wasn't using my apartment, So all these kinds of things, the platforms where people come and they're getting their traffic. The hardest thing in starting a business is getting customers. So that's why if you try, using these platforms as customers, then you don't have to worry as much. You still have to hustle. No matter what you're going to do for Plan B, it's going to take work. It's not going to be easy. So you who want, I think in New York City wants to help teenagers, okay, start figuring out, start helping teenagers and finding out what is needed, now for teenagers. How can you fill a void? Go to in New York or whatever, you want to know, call up your congressman or your library and says, who's getting community block grant money in where you live in New York? community block grant. That's the money that Washington gives every city to do whatever they want to solve problems. And the problems are in the community, okay? Sort of like your teens in your community may be a problem. So that's why we need something to help them, okay? So now what you want to do is find out who gives out that money, in your city, and it's usually the community block grant. So you don't need to hire a consultant. You don't have to hire an attorney. Don't hire anybody. You don't know what the hell to do yet. And you don't have a lot of money yet. So you're hiring people is just a waste of money. You got to figure out what to do and start making money. Then you hire people. And of course, there are probably exceptions or whatever, but don't worry about that. You can't. I mean, it's easy to spend money. You don't want to. You got to spend time and whatever thinking about what to do, testing it. Go out and talk to people. You're not gonna find out what to do by just Googling. No. Googling is just a sort of a source, a lead, or whatever. So what you want to Google is find out. And it's easier to talk to somebody. If you go Google your community block grant for New York City, you're going to get so many goddamn websites you have no idea which one is. It's the people getting money, people maybe giving money, people helping other people get it. You want to talk to the horse's mouth, the person who writes the checks. And that's it. Now I see somebody says, you need money to make money. Yes, sometimes. But if you don't have money, then don't. Find another way to do it without that. I mean, there's too many options in the world today to think and to believe in just only one way to get there. Look at the guy in the White House. Everybody said, no, you can't be president. You never even run for office. There's lots of ways to do it. He didn't even spend a nickel on advertising. Why? Because he acted like a nincompoop. And that gets all the advertising you want. Why do I act funky and whatever? Because first of all, I love doing it. But what I saw when I was selling on TV, in commercials and as a guest, man, the zanier, the crazier I got, the more free time I got. Letterman would call me up and I got 7 minutes for free. Yeah, because I act crazy. It was an ad for my book as far as I was concerned. That's why when I was doing books back in the day, I would spend a year writing the book, then I would take a month and maybe 6 weeks or more trying to figure out what I'm going to say in an interview. There were my ads. So I spent more time on my ads than anything. Yeah, because, man, I'm getting it for free. People have to pay commercial and like a Letterman for, $50,000. I don't know what the hell it is, but at least that probably now. And, well, he's not on anymore. And because I act crazy, I got 7 minutes for free. So that's it. There's always more than one way to do it. You could say there is, but if you can't find the money, then you have to be creative. You have to see other ways to do things. And if you're only looking at the internet, then all you're seeing are ways that other people have done it, and they say it costs all this money because that's what they did. But you don't have money, so you can't do it. That's right. The biggest trap is going to experts who tell you how to do things. And what they're going to do is tell you people who they got money from to do things. Yeah, so that people had money to do it. That's why with marketing, man, I didn't spend a nickel on marketing, because every time I did, I wasted it, And so I tried to figure out by getting free marketing, and that's what's so neat about the internet, man. Yeah. You don't need any money. There's so much free marketing, but it's not easy. You got to figure it out. Do what brings you joy, and also what helps people become processed, and you will get it in return. Yeah. And it's all a balance. That's why getting it from the horse's mouth, not me telling you what's the best thing to do. I don't know what the hell's the best thing for me to do. How am I going to tell what's the best thing for you to do? And you're going to go and talk to some salesman who makes $1 million doing something, because people paying them $1 million, they don't know what the hell to do, and they have $1 million. You don't have $1 million, so don't pay any other people money to do anything. And that's right. Right, you keep being me, yes, and that was hard to do. I thought I needed an MBA. I went and got an MBA. And that didn't work. In computers back in the 70s, and that even failed. And so what it is, there's no encouragement for you to be you. So you're going to seminars, you're going to everybody else telling you what to do. No, these are maybe just, to me, if you're going to do, not that they're all completely bad, there may be tools in there you could use. See, even when I started acting strange, everybody, no, you can't act like a at least I'm having fun. You're being miserable trying to be somebody you're not and doing that all day and then going home and kicking the dog. Right. And that's no fun at all, even if you're successful. You'll want to do something like retire. No, you don't want to retire. You want to keep giving until your heart breaks. And that's the most fun thing I think we have in life is giving your heart. What is better than that? Yeah. No, even if the money, no, you got to be clever enough to know the outside world and what they're paying for. And that's why what it is a trial and error method of what you want or want to give or whatever, and feeling the potential customer. I don't know if you ever, been in a relationship. I'm married 3 times, okay? I mean, people don't know what they want. That's why you have to feel it from your heart, If they say, oh, I want this, I want that, that's why to me the questions were important, because it's not really right. Why are people so stupid? Because they believe in what other people are saying instead of their heart. That's why your heart, you got to listen to that little lady or man or whatever it is inside you. That'll speak the truth. You can't have a spreadsheet for finding a perfect mate unless you're a gold digger. Then you want something like that. If you really want to please your soul, then no, that doesn't happen in spreadsheets. And that's why giving your talent, in life and giving that to other people. That's why, but it's a balance. If nobody wants it, sort of like your heart. If nobody wants it, because you pick your nose all the time, well, you got to stop doing that. That's when I got to cut your market for finding a mate down a lot, And that's the same in business, People don't want that. Well, you got to change that a little bit and start that. And that's a trial and error, doing things or whatever. Oh my goodness, how did this go by 17 minutes so much? You want to see the White House a little bit again? I have no idea. See, at home I don't feel this. I get out and I feel I have something that I want to share. At home I don't. It has to be more robotic and certain sources and everything. But here's the White House. See? It's back in there. Can you see it at all? Ah! No, you can't. Okay, maybe on the other side. Ooh, we have a protester. What, pro or con? Contester. It's not pro something, they're against something usually if they're a protester, aren't they? See the White House back there? Yeah. There's a lady protester, see? Right in front of the White House, but that's a gate. Then a half a mile back is the White House. Okay, guys, thank you so much for putting up with me, and I appreciate every kind word. I mean, there's nothing we could do for each other that is better than letting people know about anything good about them. We always want to say what's bad about people, and I'm bad. Everybody's all fucked up, and we're all struggling. But it helps to know, because if they get feedback, positive feedback from something, then they could build on that, and that's why it's important. Okay, talk to you later.